Welcome back to another episode of the Ratchet Ramblings podcast brought to you by the CSPN. I am one half of your host, Jeremy, aka Black Dante, aka Confucius, aka Durag Jesus, aka Shade Tree Samuel, aka Dark Chrism, aka nigga, how the fuck is Footballer Wives already over and it just began? And as usual, I am joined by my friend and my co-host.
It is your girl Intense Desire, aka Candace, aka if a broad throw a fake dildo at you, you really got to scrap. There's really no way around it. aka, but she deserved it.
Hey,
Hey, listen, I can't even like. Normally we jump into the church announcement, but I just gotta say, Stacy handled that phenomenally. Cause she could have just threw hands. She could have just put hands and feet on Carmina ham hock neck having ass. But you know what? She threw a dildo at her. That is grade A
she
chess,
said
not checkers.
She said, "Here's a dick for you to eat," and threw it. Nigga, I slid off the goddamn bed because I didn't catch it at first because the way she said it and then walked off, and then I was like, and it looked like she threw something, and I was like, "What the hell?" And then the camera zoomed out and panned down to the floor, and I was like, "Oh my sweet Jesus!" She threw a damn. It wasn't even. It was. It was not only was it a dildo, it was a dick lollipop. She threw a dick lollipop at her, Candace. So not only was it insulting on a I said what the fuck I said and fuck you moment, it was also insulting because you know Stacy did that shit as an insult to Carmina's weight. I was like, oh my lord.
It was perfect.
And you
It
know
was
what?
it was very perfect. Like I cannot hold you. It was perfect. It was spot on.
That is
I'm about to
expert.
start talking like a food connoisseur. Shit was exquisite.
It was that. That is how you read somebody and then walk off.
That is how you handle your business.
I ain't seen somebody with a more perfect walk off than Barack Obama saying he won both of them and then saying Obama out. I ain't seen one since then. That
It
was
it was
perfect.
it was perfect. Yeah.
Yeah. So we might we might name this episode after Stacey. To be honest, I don't know. We got to see what else we're gonna talk about. But thank you for tuning in to another episode of Ratchet Rambling. We are found on the CSPN network. You can go to our website, cspn.us, and click that podcast tab and go to Ratchet Ramblings and check out all of our episodes thus far. And if you like us, you can share us with your friends and you can listen to us. We are found on Apple Music, Google Play, SoundCloud, Stitcher, TuneIn Radio. However you listen to your podcast through your podcast listening device, just search Ratchet Ramblings and leave a review and we will read it on the air. As I'm checking right now, we haven't got any new ones, but keep listening and leave a review and we will read it on the air. And to help keep us and all the other shows on our network free, go to keep our podcast free tab on our website cspn.us and shop with all of our sponsors. And all it does is a portion of your proceeds will go to the network to help keep the lights on, so you won't have to pay to listen to me sound like 3 a.m. at Waffle House. Yeah, let's go with that. Um, so so normally we give a passing mention of track and field wives, because it's of the Ratchet TV that we watch. It is very middling at best, but These niggas already have a season finale and the season is over. We don't know if they're gonna have a reunion, but the last two episodes were juicy enough and interesting enough and had just enough drama for us to talk about. So we gonna actually talk about Pro Bowl wives at length a little bit today. Who knew?
Hey, so I kind of had a inkling that the finale was gonna be kind of bomb, but I ain't expect all of this.
Yeah, it was a lot.
It was everything that the actual season should have been, if that
Yes,
makes sense.
yes. It had, you know what? It had a good cause, a good main cause, something serious. It had messiness, it had pettiness, it had shade, it had insults, and someone got a dick dildo lollipop thrown at them. I pretty much say that's how you end the season finale.
Yeah, yeah. If you gotta end some shit, end it like that.
Yeah, if you're gonna fuck around expeditiously.
Yeah, they did. They definitely gave us the bang that we was looking for. Finally,
Finally, it took them all
finally.
goddamn season.
Oh, motherfucking season. But we got it.
We
They
got
got us. We finally got there.
it.
And I appreciated it.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
I definitely appreciated it.
yeah. And you know what? We got it before Michael Vick shut the whole thing down.
Well, so let me say the first, so okay. Michael Vick told Kiafa to meet with Stacy and squash this because Stacy and Kiafa was making
Him and
Vic's
Christian.
relationship, yeah, with Stacy's husband, really awkward and strained, and he didn't like that because they do. So let's backtrack. I didn't like Stacy at the beginning of the season. I kind of go up for her now. First of all, she's about her business. I didn't know till this last episode that she and her husband own gyms. They own gyms and they get a lot of celebrity clients and athletes in there.
Right. Boss
She
shit.
over there bossing. She got a lot going on with her husband for her to be the quote unquote stalker.
Right. Which I'm which I'm so tired. This is why we gotta have a reunion. And I'm hoping we get one because we really need to dead that shit. Look, and I think as a matter of fact, I think the very first episode we did and we talked about this shit, you if not the first episode, the second episode, and definitely as a matter of fact, when we had Curtis on, you said Candace, ain't no way she the stalker and she married this nigga. Like somebody lying. The math ain't mathing up.
No,
So
and it hasn't been since they brought to the show that whole stalker bullshit, which is why I'm kind of glad that Stacy
it's pushing
went
back on
up.
it.
Yes, I'm glad Stacy stood up for herself. Like that is one of the best things that I've seen her do this season was to be like, nah, you bitches not me, not today, not now, not ever.
Right. You
It's
not y'all tried it.
tried it and failed. Keep it
Right.
cute.
Right. Mark within the lines on the Scantron test.
Yep, know your lane, stay in it. Cause
Right.
you start pushing over here, you gonna crash. Full speed
Right.
ahead.
And you don't have insurance.
Stacy is with the shits.
And one of y'all in danger. Kiafa, you up here trying to have beef and you pregnant. What? Are you okay?
No, she's not okay.
No, the fuck she is not okay. But yeah, I'm definitely glad she's been pushing back on that because she is not a side chick. And also, like none. I mean, we keeping it honest. Nobody on that show really can have a moral high ground to Stacy if we keeping it 100. I mean, I mean, if we gonna bear the truth, let's bear the truth. I mean, nobody on that show, wives and husbands included, is necessarily a saint, quote unquote. So
Yeah, so there's that.
there's that. And especially in your case, Kiara, because let's not forget Michael with the
You married
whole.
to a felon, so you might as well sit down and shut the
Yeah,
fuck
I
up.
mean, yeah, yeah. I mean, yeah. So, but anyway, yeah. Also, I didn't know. So this is so we start off where they start off where they started off in episode 5 with the whole sit down with Kiafa and Stacy, and I have I don't have an issue obviously with them like reconciling or whatever. But okay, here's the thing. So Kiafa's whole thing is that Stacy about the thing with Stacy saying whatever she said about her mama. So VH1 did a very good thing, in my opinion, and they treated that kind of like how they treated Yandy when Yandy would tell so many lies, and VH1 would roll the receipts like, "Now hold on now." And that's kind of what they did here because Kiafa's thing is you said we got into an exchange of words and I said my mom's dead and Stacy said good, fuck you, yada yada yada. Now they played the tape. They was exchanging words. Stacy said, and you need to take your mom off medication. Kiafa
Yeah,
said,
no. So Kiafa started it. The exchange started with Kiafa was like, "Oh, I see you off your meds. You need to get back on your meds." And
"Oh
Stacy
yes,
was like, "Maybe your mama need to get back on her meds." And
yes."
Kiafa was like, my mom died." And Stacy was like, "Good."
And that's where it ended. It wasn't this whole extra shit that Kiafa is trying to push where she's accusing Stacey of saying, good, fuck your mama, fuck her, yada yada yada. That's not what the fuck happened.
Yeah,
Stacey said good.
yeah, and that was that. Because then after that, we get Carmina throwing a drink in a pregnant Stacy's face.
Yes.
And so, um, one, like you said, I'm so glad VH1 didn't let them keep putting all that salt on that one situation. Like, girl, she didn't say fuck your dad, mom, or none of that. Two, you kicked it off. And this is something that I hate that people do. When people don't like what somebody is saying or doing, they put it on mental illness. That is trash. Oh, you doing this, that, and the third, mental illness. Oh, you doing ABC, you not on your meds. It's the same as when people when men or women don't like something the man is doing, like, oh, you must not like women, you must be gay.
Yeah.
That is trash. You are trash. So after the season ended, aside, like, I started out liking Kiafa and not caring so much for Stacy. After the season finale, I really like Stacy. I don't care too much for Kiafa because she doesn't take responsibility for the shit shows that she creates. Because the shit show with her and Stacy was definitely on her. Stacy and her husband, if I'm not mistaken, had an issue with uh Michael Vick and Kiafa's dog shitting on their lawn or some shit like that. Or they had pit bulls and they had an issue with them having pit bulls with them having kids. It was something like that.
Yeah. Basically, they got into a disagreement over a dog,
Over a dog.
and it didn't and it didn't need to go to that string because if I'm not mistaken, it started over the dog, and Kiafa brought up Stacy being allegedly a
Yeah.
side chick, and
The
it's like,
first
nigga, y'all neighbors, what are you doing?
the first time we heard Stacy's name on the show, she called her Stacy the Stalker.
Exactly.
So Kiafa kicked that off. And then the other thing is, if you are my friend and you throw a drink in a pregnant woman's face, you are not my friend anymore. One thing that I do not like, and I don't necessarily go up for, is my friends being so far in the wrong that it could be considered criminal. Like, if you know, like the shit with that Stacy said, if me and Stacy friends, I'd be like, hey, friend, I don't care how mad we are. We don't got to go that low. We
Yeah,
don't. We don't got to do that.
and that's understandable and reasonable because just real quick, like my mother passed when I was 8. She passed in a car accident, and I've been in those situations where because kids are assholes. Growing up, where somebody has said, your mama, and I'm like, hey, my mom's dead. I know we joined it or we into it or whatever, but we don't need to go that far. And some of them have been like, oh my bad, and whatever. And then some people have been like, and we just got scrapping because you ain't gonna talk about my dead mama. But what I didn't do is embellish the truth and saying, well, they said fuck your mama and fuck a grave and spit on and all X, Y, and Z, because I don't need to do that. Because if I tell you something is wrong and you say that's the end of the wrong. I don't need to compound the wrong by blowing it up to what it is. Let the wrong be the wrong. You don't have to add on to the wrong with you lying and embellishing it because now you wrong. And that's what Kiafa did in that situation. Continue.
Yeah.
I just want to say
Yeah,
that.
no, I absolutely agree. She's been wrong a majority of the season, and so Kiafa is like Lawrence from Insecure. This
Long time
like
gonna be in your mentions when they listen to this.
what I mean by that is Kiafa is one of those people that she could be dead ass wrong. She can contribute highly to a situation going to shit. But once you do something wrong to her, she is going to act like what you did was so bad that what she did no longer matters.
Right.
And at the even when they sat down and ate, Stacy apologized. Kiafa never apologized for being mean to that girl, for disrespecting her, for dragging her name through the mud. Like
Right.
she totally went into a victim tailspin, crying and shit, buckets and boohoo tears about her mom and this, that, and the third. And
And
it's
then
like,
playing, playing Stacy, because when Stacy saw that, she was like, "Oh, damn!" And I think, and Stacy's whole thing was, I'm not defending it if I said it, I just don't remember because I was so mad. But if you saying I said it, then my bad. That was wrong, you know. But Kiafa never allowed that because she, like you said, she played the victim and she started the waterworks and shit. And like you said, she never apologized for her role in any of this shit.
nope, none whatsoever. And so that brings us to Carmina. And when uh Miko met with Carmina, Carmina was like, I'll apologize to Stacy if she apologizes to Kiafa. There's no if. Bitch, you were wrong. You were like
Right.
completely wrong. You were so wrong that girl could have pressed charges on you if she wanted to.
Yeah.
That's how wrong you were. So, regardless of what she and Kiafa had going on, it gave you absolutely no right to throw a drink in her face while she was pregnant. And
Right.
that is like her standing her big ass in that wrongness has really bothered me. Like,
Yeah, her key like Carmi, like you and Stacy's issue is different from Stacy and Kiafa's issue. Their issue has nothing to do with you, and some people do this where if it's their friend, they decide to take up for them, but end up being more wrong, create a more wrong than either their friend or the person that their friend is engaging with,
exactly.
because you had no right to throw that. And then she tried to downplay it. Well, this okay. So Miko Grimes has this event for CTE, and it's a very big event, and everybody is excited about it, because it's a very serious issue, and especially for the players, because for all intents and purposes, I mean, they're kind of alone in the fight against CTE because We can wax poetic all day about how the NFL ain't shit, but that's another episode for another day. And so after Kiafa and Stacy reconcile or make up or whatever, so Miko invites everybody to this event, which is another thing that Miko does that's annoying, but we'll get to her in a minute. And so Carmina's there, Stacy's there. This is not the environment. If Carmina and Stacey are going to have this conversation to resolve anything, this is not the environment to have that conversation. Have that conversation just like Kiafa and Stacey did, somewhere alone, the two of them, not around a whole bunch of people, and not at this kind of event. Like this is like none of that it says it's going to end well. So Kiafa going to tell her ass, "Oh yeah, I think you should go over there." Really, Kiafa. Really? You think this is going to end well at an event like this? Well, it's a bunch of people, crowds, liquor is involved. You think this is going to be a fruitful conversation at an event like this? Really, Kiafa? Come on now.
Yeah. It was I don't know. So we get to so there's this CTE fundraiser awareness event when Stacy threw that lollipop dildo dick thing. Stacy, you are this week's Ratchet Ramblings MVP.
Yes.
And
we're gonna make this
yes, you are this week's MVP. We go up for you, Stacy.
Queen.
After watching the whole season, you really handled yourself with a lot more poise than most would have, because it's quite a few asses that should have been kicked this season that did not kicked, and we commend you. Yeah. Because Carmina would be in jail. I'd be pressing charges against Carmina. I'd have a restraining order against Carmina, and she wouldn't even be allowed on the show because it would violate the restraining order. I am that petty. You are a great person, Stacy.
The irony of them saying, the irony of all of them saying that Stacy is ratchet and classless, yet she's demonstrated more class than the people that saying that she's classless.
She's not throwing drinks in pregnant women's faces. She was kind enough and mature enough to squash things with Kiafa, and she did not whip Carmina's ass, and she could have. So, like I said, you are the MVP, Stacy. Yes. Carmina, you are an asshole, and you are the loud, fat friend who is always getting the rest of the crew in some shit because you don't know when to sit down and shut up.
Yeah.
Go ahead. She's not the friend that you want around. She's one of those people you could deal with one-on-one, but in group settings, and she just keeps too much shit going. She does too much.
She that friend that you know if you take them to the club with you, y'all gonna be fighting.
Yep.
Yeah, that's Carmina. She extra. She does a lot, but someone else that does a lot. Miko Grimes is annoying as shit.
I really I'll be honest. What initially drew me in was when I found out Miko was on the show.
Because you know how she is.
Yeah, Miko's reputation precedes her. So I was just kind of, let me see how she is on camera. I've heard on other people's podcasts. She's always very outspoken on Twitter and social media in general, especially where her husband's career is concerned. And I don't necessarily see a huge issue with some of the things she says and does, because she should only be we only allude to her being loud and verbose and aggressive because she's a woman, because men do the things that Miko does all the time when they have an issue with something.
That is true.
But she is really annoying on the show. And it really shocked me because I would think somebody as no nonsense as her would mind her business on a lot of things. And
Right.
she didn't. I also didn't expect her to be such a weird, needy type of friend. Like again, the whole calling somebody in the middle of your anniversary and asking them why they didn't come to the party, and especially when they didn't RSVP or anything. Like all of that made her really come across like a weirdo to me. And she's 8 years older than Brent, which no big deal. But I think she feels more like his mom than his wife, and that dynamic is also very creepy.
Yeah. Even in this and was it not the finale, but the one before it, she said she didn't before he met her, he didn't even know how to write a check. And he comes across as the type of person that needs to be told and taught what to do and hold their hand. Like we said it before, like he never looks like he wants to be there. He always looks aloof. And then the conversations that they have, it never seems like he's all the way there. You know what I mean? It's like it seems like you have to hold his hand and everything. And Miko, I think Miko does despise that, but she ain't gonna leave the nigga. You know what I mean? She it's like she hate being like his wife mama, but she don't want to leave the nigga too because she love him.
So, so Brent looks kind of special needs to me, like kind of.
I told you when he was playing for the Falcons, me and my sister used to call him a flying monkey.
He looks like he has had. He kind of. What's the best? He looks like he kind of puts me in the mind of Forrest Gump. If like he kind of has that kind of slow demeanor that Forrest had. Like
Brent Gump.
he's a great athlete, but he probably doesn't know his ABCs.
I mean, I hate you. I mean, like people said, the nigga didn't know how to write a check until he met her. So,
When he and like so the thing that I'm trying to think about is how long has Brent Grimes been in the NFL?
hold on, I can do the research real quick. Give me just a second. The nigga like
Because
31 though, so hold on. On the Air Podcast on research, lazy.
right, because this is going to. So okay, he married Miko Grimes in 2010.
Yeah,
Um,
he's 34.
yeah, he's 34, and so he came into the NFL in 2006. In 2006, he could not write a check. Brent Grimes has got to be a little learning disabled
Yeah, he may be dyslexic.
or more.
Yeah,
Or more. Let's be honest. He's been in the NFL for 10 years. He's been married to Miko. Well, he's been in the NFL for 11 years. He's been married to Miko since 2010. So prior to that, he had no knowledge of how to really take care of himself, manage his money, and that is really
alarming.
that is really that's really weird. And so Miko has a husband, son, and a son. And Miko is trying to raise her husband and her son, and it's kind of like some weird Oedipus complex shit that they have going on, whether we want to admit to it or not, because Miko
Now,
reminds me of one of those chicks on Twitter that be like, when I met my man, he couldn't wipe his ass. He didn't know how to do laundry. He didn't make grilled cheese, but I still love him and I did his laundry. Like, okay. So you had a grown ass newborn. Great.
God damn it.
Mm-hmm. I said it.
All right. The razor. Hey, she's the opposite of that K Michelle song. Can't raise a man.
Yeah, we'll raise a man.
We'll raise a man.
But I do want to say, if there's a one one plus to this, I will say that Miko does not look 42. She looks, even though I don't know, like she kind of attractive, she kind of not, but she does look good to be 42.
She does. Yeah.
I'll say that. She looks good for her age, but
it does. And you know what? I put it. I just put a little sidebar about her fineness. It's like it's like you said. She fine, but then she not. But then she is, but not really. But when she dresses, she dresses moderately well, in my opinion. When she dressed down, like she looks good. Like I thought she looked very good at the CTE charity event. She looked fine as fuck. But
yeah.
it's still her. You know, her overall fineness is questionable. But you know, when she dial it up, she looks. You can't question the fineness then. You know, but yeah, still. Um, is there anything else?
No, not for that.
Yeah, because that was basically it. The drama, even though it was just like one storyline of drama that we've been waiting for. Well, two really. I mean, it like a three-way triangle of drama. It was still worth it. Oh, one thing. Um, I wonder how this whole thing with Asante Samuel wanting to box is gonna play out, because it seems like he really wants to do this shit, but everybody close to him is telling him like, bro, what the fuck? Like we are at this event for CTE for a reason, and you still want to box? Like I don't, cause and especially on Julius, he's really he really is like on the forefront of like battling CTE and being proactive in this in his form of activism about this issue and stuff. And you know, you can tell like all the men on the cast are pretty close, and he's just looking at Asante like, dude, what do you like? Come on, bro. Like we don't know when this disease may or may not affect us, and you only adding to it for this passion. Like you, I'm not saying you have to stay at home and do nothing, but dog, this just might not be wise, you know. So I wonder if they come back, if we get another season, how that's gonna play out. Because I mean, obviously none of us can tell him what to do. It's his life, but like I if I was his friend, I would be like Julius. I'd be like, bro, come on. Like, is it really worth risking even further injury to yourself when we're prone, because of the sport that we just got out of, we're already prone to this shit that could end your life?
So I do agree with you there slightly, but then I am on the other end where it's kind of like I understand the not the thrill, but I understand what he's going after with it, because it takes retirement, as much as we talk about being able to retire one day and live our best lives, it is really hard to go from being gainfully employed to sitting around your house eating Fruit Loops all day. So I do kind of understand um
Him wanting to do something.
anything at this point. I do get it.
Yeah.
But like you said, at 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 what cost
Yeah.
are we going to do this, sir?
Yeah.
Like
Like, I don't blame him for wanting to do it and do something. I just, is it
Like
worth?
you,
Yeah,
like you said, like hasn't your family and your wife and your kids haven't they suffered enough with never being sure if you're gonna if if this hit is going to be the hit,
right,
you know? So I get it on both ends, but I do think what's best for your family should take the cake in situations like this.
right, right. Um, but yeah, hope we'll see. But hopefully he makes the decision that I want him to have. I kind of want him to have both. You know what I mean? I want him to have find something, and because I do understand, like, you go from being active and stuff and then retired and not doing anything. I definitely understand him, and that passion for doing something still burning in you. I get it.
Yeah.
But hopefully he can find something that won't put him, his family and his friends, people that love him, in more peril and limbo, like wondering, like you said, if this hit is going to be the hit and the last hit.
Yeah.
So I think that's it for football wise. I don't know. We'll see if we'll get another season. Maybe not. I don't know. But for this, so what's your overall grade for like this new for the pilot season? What's your overall grade?
Uh I'm gonna give it a strong C.
Okay, well, C plus, or just
Nah,
just
just a C. Just a
C.
regular
Okay,
old C.
okay,
Like it was cool, but it was there, but it was there. You know what I'm saying? Like it was there, but it wasn't there, but it was kind of there. It was average. So I think a C is fitting.
yeah. It was like it was like a joke one of us, or maybe even Curtis said last week, where it's like you show at the gym and then you just get a C for changing out.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty much it. I agree with you. I'll give it a C. Um, I would go C plus only on the strength of how it ended the finale, because that was pretty good.
Oh, okay.
But no more than that. No more than that.
I got you.
So let's move on to. Do you want to do Black Ink or Love and Hip Hop first? I'm kind of leaning
Uh,
towards doing Black Ink because it's some more extra supplementary material with Love and Hip Hop.
yeah. Let's do Black Ink first, and then yeah, and move on.
Okay, so I had to catch up because last week was kind of hectic and I was at work trying to get some OT because young and as a great philosopher once said, "Get paid, young nigga, get paid." So I had to catch up, and I just two things I text Candace this week we leading up to us recording. Two things. One, that was probably the dumbest plan that I ever seen in my damn life. These niggas really kidnapped Jen to get her back with Van fat ass. And then two, Charmaine never takes an opportunity to let us know that she don't wear no damn drawers.
So I used to think that Charmaine was kind of fine, but Charmaine looks like she has a bacterial infection. She
You
looks
know,
like she looks like she stink.
you know what it is? You thought she was kind of fine because in her confessionals, she always does look relatively good. But on the show, like you said, she looked like she got some.
Yeah, she just always looked like her cooter cat stinks, and
All right.
uh,
All
I'm
right.
not gonna act like you know.
Okay. All right.
Okay, so I'm the one that's wrong. Okay,
I mean, you didn't
cool.
lie, but Still.
I was just saying. I didn't think I was lying.
But yeah, she's such a goofy, but you know, whatever. But um, I where you want to start? I guess we could start with the plan. Um, that was bless that baby heart. Like I know she wanted Jen to come back, but that was not a very smart plan at all. Like nigga,
So,
they could have went to jail.
so okay. I am kind of disgusted with that only because what Van is doing and teaching his daughter is that a man can treat you any kind of way, and instead of changing, you could just beg for him back, and that's good enough.
Yeah, because nothing about Van tells me that he's gonna change and do right.
Well, he gave her a key to the apartment she was already living in a ring box.
That was probably the most Twitter nigga
We,
apology I've ever seen.
we
At least top five.
our our girls, our up and coming young black women, they deserve to see better examples of relationships than that.
Yes,
And I am holding steadfast to that.
correct.
Um Nothing about Jen and Van is healthy. It and you know, I hate to be serious, but it's kind of like it kind of turned my stomach that this is what a young black girl was seeing.
Yeah, and has been seeing because, like you said, Van been mistreating Jen.
And Jen going back just kind of blew me because I was just like, all right, sis. All
Yeah,
right.
yeah, because we literally went from 1 week saying that Jen is reclaiming her time and saying fuck this nigga to now she taking this nigga back. It's like, come on, Jen, come on, baby. You deserve better than this, but then maybe you don't because you went back to this nigga.
Yeah, that's like it's kind of like you hate to be like, well, you get what you get, but part of reclaiming your time, reclaiming your energy is knowing when you doing the fucking up in the situation. Like, oh, okay, I'm just gonna keep letting this nigga do any old thing to me? Nah.
Right. Like you had your friend being the friend in being your friend. You went from you went from a van to a being, and now you went back to a van. Like what you doing? What you doing?
It just always reminds me how little women think they deserve, if that makes sense. Like it just always feels like we gonna settle for whatever
Yeah.
just
Well,
so we
that's
could just so we could be happy and have some goddamn love. We just gonna let niggas do us however.
yeah. I will. I mean, to get serious for just a bit, I know this is Ratchet Ramblers, but I mean, what me and Candace got to act like we done just because we talking about Ratchet TV? Like, come on now. Um, like it's a societal thing. Like we instill that in society. Like y'all have to settle for whatever just to have a man, and then we also socialize men to not put in any effort to be better. So it's like you got it both ways. Where it's like you socializing men to not strive to be decent human beings, and you also socializing and teaching girls and teaching women to settle because men ain't never gonna be better than what the scraps of what we are now. So nobody wins.
Yeah, it was really pathetic.
Yeah. And it's like Jen just when Jen left that nigga, she was wearing better wig. She had that new nigga hairstyle. She that dress she had on. Now she done went back to soccer mom jeans and Mary J. Blige
Bangs
wigs
and a bang.
and a
Like,
she went back to the mistreated auntie bang. God damn it, Jen. Damn it. We
exactly.
was rooting
Like,
for you. We was all rooting for you.
exactly.
Damn it. Ugh, but fuck, man. And then on top of that, while we talking about it, like also, going back to you, what you were saying about what example Van is setting for his daughter. Also, nigga, that what y'all did was fucking illegal. Like, nigga, like what example are you setting for your child where you're like, hey, you can do some illegal shit and possibly go to jail like my jailbird ass did. Like, as a parent, as you trying to be a hands-on parent, that would have been a prime damn moment for you to be a hands-on parent and say, no, we're not kidnapping somebody. Like, that's a fucking crime. Like, what you doing?
Hard to make good decisions as a parent when you're not really one that's around. Like,
Well, that also is true. Yeah, I mean, well, yeah. I mean,
whatever. Like, I know I don't. I'm just.
nigga, it's our show. Fuck it.
I don't like to make a habit of questioning other people's parenting habits, but let's be honest. Van is not really in that little girl's life because he don't know shit that goes on with her. He don't know what little boys she talking to. He don't know what her grades are like because let me tell you something. If your child is getting a D or F in anything, the teacher should be calling you. Hey, Mr. Whatever the nigga real name is. Hey, Mr. Jailbird. Your daughter's not doing too hot in school. You know, would you like to come? Would you and her mom be able to come up for a conference so that we could get her back on the right path academically? Like,
right. Hey, Mr. Walking Dialysis Machine, what day could you come in for a parent teacher conference?
no, like seriously, when I would be doing like when my quality of schoolwork would drop, my mother was the first person to know, hey, the school called me. What's going on with your grades?
Exactly.
Your teacher called me. What's going on?
Exactly.
She said you slacking off. Do we have a problem?
Right. And
Something
even
we need to fix? You need some tutoring? Is it hard? Is it difficult? What's going on? Let's get you back on the right path with the school stuff. You know
exactly.
I don't play that.
Right. Like a progress report or something. Like when I was in school, up to a certain grade, we had, progress reports. They would let the teacher would let the children know the parents know on the progress report, hey, maybe they're slacking in this area, or hey, maybe they need to improve, or just saying that, hey, that your child is doing excellent, keep up the good work. Like something, nigga. Something. But yeah, Van, Father of the Year. Or more like Ham Hawk of the Year, but that's neither here nor there. So remember when I told y'all that Junior act like he ain't used to pussy before?
We must have never seen Cobra.
Well, yeah, that's also true. That's true. That's true as fuck. I'm gonna get to her in a second. But that nigga, how long Lily been on the show? How many episodes? Like what? 3, 4? If that.
Yeah, if that.
If that, and this nigga Junior done told Lily that he love her. What? What?
Well, so in all fairness, it is like a time gap in when they record and how they edit it together. So they might have been recording this shit for however long the shit was on break. I don't remember when the last season started and ended, but it's like a 6-month time frame when they recording the season. So, because I mean, I figured that out because you can see the season changes in the episodes. Like when it first started, I think it seemed a little snowy, and then this shit seemed nice out. Then it seemed like it seemed like a fall day. So they recorded long enough for the seasons to change.
Yeah, you're right.
But yeah, so Lily is a head case,
Yes, she.
and um. Oh, let's backtrack. Tattooing is one of those professions. It's almost like rappers and actors and athletes and shit. It's one of those professions where the men in the profession, some and the women too, get a lot of play all of
Yeah.
the time. And it's one of those things where a little bit of flirting can take you a long way in building your customer base up. Let's get that. Let's be honest about that, because it's a customer service job. The friendlier you are, the more jovial you are, the more inviting you are, the more willing people are to spend their money with you if your work is good as well. So this whole thing with Lily going through his phone, um,
I seen that crazy coming from a mile away.
yeah, I wasn't really shocked when it happened. I was like, oh, okay, she finally pulled the trigger on her crazy.
Right.
But
Right. You was waiting for her to go Super Saiyan. Like she had shown flashes. Like she had an aura coming around her, but you finally saw her hair glow yellow.
yeah, like I was like, oh, okay, she finally unleashed it.
Yes.
Okay.
Right. You was like, here we go. Here we go.
Locked and loaded.
Right.
So Junior's reaction to it was kind of bitch ass. Like, did he throw a drink on her? Or did he just knock the drink over?
He knocked the drink over, and I think he knocked over a chair on the way out of the out
Oh,
of the building.
okay. Well, then I recant because I was like, if he threw a drink on her, he a ho.
No, he
But
didn't. He didn't throw a drink. The drink that was near him, he knocked it over, and it spilled towards her right her way.
oh, okay, all right,
Yeah, and then he
yeah,
knocked over a chair on the way out. And shout out to the shout out to the black dude who was in the background who was looking like, oh, he, he was looking like, hey, what's going on here? He was his face was priceless. Shout out to that black dude with the dreads who looked. He was like, is that drama I see? He was like that Kim Kardashian gif where she pop out the bushes. She was like, huh?
yeah.
Yeah, I think I don't
I
like
think Lily is
that
not.
crazy. Go ahead.
I think Lily is not ready for the relationship that she thinks she won't.
Yeah, I think that too. I
She
think
is crazy and she is insecure and she got a lot of baggage. And am I the only one? Also, we ain't seen Lily do shit but that one tattoo that got her in the shop.
yeah, she damn near like Van. Damn near. The only doing one damn tattoo. And also I think her and Junior are just incompatible because I don't think I agree with every point you said about Lily, and I also add I don't think Junior is really mature enough to handle that kind of relationship either. And also I just don't think Junior is kind of mature to handle relationships kind of period. He just doesn't give off that vibe. He still kind of gives off that weird, like we talked about last week, Curtis. He kind of still gives off that weird, like, I don't know, like kind of immature, childish behavior. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. It's just something about Junior that just don't click all the way, and like I don't think they're compatible for each other at all.
I won't say that. I think Junior is capable of handling a relationship. I just don't think he cares to handle Lily's baggage in said relationship. Like if it was somebody less insecure and less emotionally strenuous, I think we would see
Another
um
side of Junior.
yes.
Okay,
Yeah,
I can rock
I
with
think we would, but I think people who oftentimes, and I've seen this before, when people who are emotionally healthy and not, insecure, not jealous, not what's the word I'm looking for, possessive and shit like that, when people like that encounter the lilies of the world, they are extremely off put, and oftentimes they still try to uh give it a chance,
Yeah, make the
and
best out of it.
then what you see happen is they check out
Yeah,
on the whole situation. I feel like I will agree with you. I feel like Junior kind of just checked out.
yeah.
Like he's just kind of like,
He kind of like going through the motions and shit.
yeah, like he don't want to. And what I feel like is he promised her, and this is what a lot of people in like the situation I described do. The person that's good and don't have all the issues and drama, they make the mistake of making the promise that they'll try to not
Stick
hurt
it
the
out.
person and be with them and be patient with them. And so you see them stuck because they don't want to break their promise, and they do end up breaking their promise. And I think that's kind of what we're gonna see with Junior and Lily. Should we see them next season? Is we're gonna see the big blow up, especially when he finds out that Lily basically cheated on him after she had the hissy fit.
Yep, cause you know he gonna find out.
Well, I take that back. He already found out if
Oh,
he
he did.
watched it. Well, he found out when he watched it. Cause
Oh
remember,
yeah, yeah.
they like the rest of everybody. They watch the season as it's airing with us. They don't see no sneak previews and shit like that.
Oh yeah.
They get it when we get it. Cause they typically do the reunion after the season air. That's why sometimes we don't get the reunion till a week, 2 weeks later and shit like that.
Right. Oh yeah. So yeah. Mm, interesting.
Very,
Mm. So
very, 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 very interesting.
yeah, we might get more theater next season if
You
they
so
still
stupid.
if they if they still there. Might be muy caliente. Might get some fireworks up in this motherfucker. Just
Yeah.
imagine Junior and that dude that Lily cheated on him with fighting though. That is goddamn hilarious. The thought.
She cheated with Naruto.
All right, okay, all right, all right. I was gonna say Itachi, but yeah.
Bitch cheated with an anime character.
Cheated with fucking Sephiroth. That's what. But that's neither here nor there. But yeah. I So what is? So is it me or did Lily apologize to Cobra, but not really?
So Lily is a homosexual, so she apologized because she didn't have nowhere else to go. And I am so pissed that because I go up for women and I love to drag a male homosexual. So it has been much to my dismay that the world has gotten a chance to see a female homosexual, because that is exactly what Lily is. She is a goddamn homosexual, and she all but apologized to Cobra because Junior put her the fuck out.
Hey, hey, you know what? Hey, remember who was like, we don't know if Junior will stay at home son or not?
Yeah, we got our answer. He just ain't want Lily staying with him. That's even more hilarious.
Yes, and I'm like, nigga, why did y'all do this in the first place? But then
Why would like it, and that just make you think about how completely disrespectful they are, because you had somewhere to do this in complete privacy and y'all chose to do the shit on Cobra's countertops.
right, and gave Junior a damn key to a place that his name ain't on the lease. Like, duh, nigga, everybody have to die. Like, what? Are you? No, the fuck you're not okay. I'm not even gonna ask, are you okay? Because I know you're not okay by giving someone that don't live here and ain't on this lease a goddamn key to my shit.
Hey, that's why I do not do that roommate shit. If ever there was something I could avoid in life, it is having a roommate. Because nigga,
allow me to show you the Venn diagram of all the ways that you got me fucked up.
Because I'll call the police on you.
Hey, hey, and then you know they're in Chicago, so you call
officer. Officer. This bitch gotta go.
You stupid.
I'll be in that hole like Lil Wayne and Bobby V. Wee. Like, Mr. Officer, this motherfucker got to get up out my house. I tried, Lord, and I start talking like Color Purple. Lord knows I tried.
Lord knows.
I tried to have a roommate.
Lord knows I love Lily. Lord knows I do. But I'll kill her dead before she fuck this nigga on my counter. Too far? Okay, cool. But yes, Lily, you right. Lily is such a homosexual. Cause if I'm not mistaken, I could be tripping because I watched it Thursday and I might have forgot because you know I drink. But nigga, is it just me or she didn't really apologize for fucking that nigga on the counter? She was
like, I didn't understand why you were so upset, but I guess I do kind of understand. So if I upset you, I'm sorry. Hey, bitch, no. Listen.
What kind of apology is that?
You did the horizontal mambo on where I eat my Frosted Flakes at.
Like what? Like when your room is right there. Like you could have went in your room. Like you up here doing naked twister.
Peep how she came back. When she came back, she had her luggage with her and shit.
Yes. She was like, hey, so my nigga kicked me out. So girl, we cool?
Exactly. That's exactly what it was. I'd have been like, nah. I mean, I'd have been like, we cool, but you still gotta go. You cannot stay here.
Right. I would have been like, I accept your apology, but you ain't got to go home, but you got to get the fuck up out of here. Cause you up here doing naked twister while I season this goddamn roast that I'm about to put in.
You up here having sex where I season my catfish nuggets that I know you got me fucked up.
Right. Like you up here doing the you up here fucking while I make the goddamn the goddamn tacos with like what you doing? Like, are you okay? No, you not okay.
Exactly.
Up here fucking while I make the quesadillas. What is wrong with you? But speaking so yeah, Lily apologized, but not really to Cobra. Cobra accepted it or whatever. Cobra was like, look, fuck it. I mean, whatever. But Cobra was just happy to have a date.
Cobra was just happy to get some pussy.
Exactly. She was just happy to get some. You saw her face when she told Lily that I got a date with a girl. She was so happy.
It was a lot. Cobra is a weirdo.
You
still not about to convince me that Cobra ain't never fucked no woman before. That's what we not gonna do. I don't care. So I know she done ate some pussy before.
Oh shit. She was what she said it was what? She said what she told Lily it was what 7 or some years or 5 or something before she had contact with anybody?
Yeah. She is.
Like, Cobra, you know what it is. Cobra is weird. Cobra just want to be loved, and she do stupid stuff in the name of just wanting to be loved.
We gonna come back to let's just stay on Cobra and get her out the way. So
yeah,
listen. First of all, Danielle always looked like she smelled like cat pee. So I don't know how. Okay, too far, maybe, but I don't understand why Danielle is talking about she's a stylist when she can't even get her hair texture to match her goddamn weaves.
Why?
I don't want Danielle to style not even Stevie Wonder, and he can't even see what the fuck he be wearing. So no, Danielle, don't quit your day job as a receptionist. The
Hey,
other
what?
part, hey,
Go ahead.
listen, you about to howl. Danielle made this one comment, and she said, "I have dreams bigger than being a receptionist at a tattoo shop." Well, bitch, why you didn't follow on them dreams when you got fired from your goddamn job? Hey, that shit irked my nerves so bad. They said I got dreams bigger than being. Well, you should have followed them when Ryan fired you. How about that?
Hey, how she got bigger dream, but she had to beg and try to strong arm her way to get her job back?
That's what I'm trying to say. Like, the math ain't mathing.
Hey, hey, she. Hey, she got bigger dreams, but she flew across country when she ain't had no job.
My dreams is bigger than being your dreams. Ain't shit.
Hey, hey, why? Hey, if her dreams so big, why the front clothes on her wig always stretched to hill to Mount Olympus? How?
That shit was like, girl,
Hey,
child.
hey, why? If she a stylist, why all her styles look like the best of city trends? Tell me why. Tell me
She
why.
had the only thing she did right was put Band Big Ass in the bear coat because he looked like a goddamn big black bear.
Hey, did you see that motherfucker try to walk? He looked constipated as shit.
He looked less like he had the boo boo. He looked exactly like he was gonna be pissed if somebody didn't get off the toilet.
Hey, he looked like he was walking. He was walking like he clenched his butt cheeks together because he was about to shit on himself. Nigga, he got his big ass in this damn. Hey, hey, I know you tired of my Game of Thrones references, but she really had that nigga in some damn shit like he was from Winterfell.
Right.
That motherfucker. I was howling when they. I'm like, you gonna put this big ass nigga in some damn fur? Well, hey, they put him in some damn fur and his beard matched the fur.
So you, you
Hey,
stupid.
hey, look, Van got the same goddamn facial hair as Paul Pierce.
Ugh.
Exactly. Tell me I'm lying. I dare you.
Nah, ain't nothing but truth there.
Oh shit, but yeah, Danielle like a damn stylist. So I was like, okay, oh no, oh, okay, but so um, okay, so backtrack real quick, but it all ties together. So Cobra ass go out with a woman, a black girl, and who is
A stripper.
yeah,
She's a stripper, and she looked like her breath stink, but
she does.
she did have nice titties. She
She
had that going for her. So
yeah,
let's
nicest titties I've seen on the show.
so let's not leave that out. But
Right.
so they commenced to getting drunk as fucking in the bathroom.
Right.
But what really, so Danielle styled Cobra even though she looked like Bob the Builder.
Okay.
Um,
Okay. All right.
Yeah, I said it. Yes, I did. Yeah, she styled her, had her out here looking like Bob the Builder. Bob the Build her.
All right. All right. The hell is wrong with you?
So in the, hey, that was uncalled for. I know, but oh well. So
Go ahead.
so amidst this styling that she quote supposedly did for Cobra or whatever, she lent her this watch, and Cobra loses the watch. And Danielle was like, I have to get this watch back to the person that let me use it. And Cobra's like, I lost it, I guess, because I was drunk. I don't remember. I could pay for it. Yada, yada, yada.
Mm-hmm.
And so the 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 Tinder date, I don't want to be rude and be like the stripper, the
Right.
girl
You don't
the
want to say it
girl
with a negative connotation.
the girl that she went on a date from Tinder with, I can't remember her name, honestly.
Yeah.
But she jumps in like she said she don't got the watch. She lost it. Y'all trying to imply she stole it or she's a thief. And so honestly, it's like, well, if the shoe fit, because we remember what happened with the Ray-Ban glasses. So
Right. And then it's weird, like, why are you commenting on this shit and you just met Cobra?
right. And then Charmaine, as usual, Charmaine is one of the biggest instigators this side of Carly Red.
She really, dog. She really is the black ink equivalent to Carla Red. She really is. She be in everybody's shit and talking the
But
loudest.
can't keep her shit together.
Can't keep her shit together, and also don't have no hands.
Yeah, that's right. Kat did put hands and feet on her.
Yeah, she did. Yeah, she did. But but yeah, like I feel like Danielle was I feel like Danielle handled that well because she has a right to be upset, but she didn't come to it like she was just like attacking Cobra. You know what I mean? Like she had a right to be upset, and you could tell that she was upset, but she wasn't like saying fuck Cobra and all this shit. She was like, hey, you lost this. Okay, so what can we do to resolve this? Like she talked like she had some sense, and I thought she handled it well. I thought that Cobra got defensive. Um, and she really don't have shit to say because like my nigga, I lent you that shit. Like, how the fuck could you lose that shit? But I feel like if it was just Danielle and Cobra having that conversation, it would have went a lot better. I
Yeah, it
feel
definitely
like
would have went
the
better.
girl. I feel like the girl and Charmaine made that shit blow up way more than it needed to be.
Hmm. Absolutely.
Because it's like because one for the girl, you just met Cobra. Why you getting into some shit like this? Obviously, they know each other much longer than you ever known Cobra. Like, why you like? Listen. Whatever Cobra did in that bathroom, she turned out. Okay, I get it. But still, this ain't your place. This ain't your business. On the other hand, Charmaine, nigga, this is Danielle and Cobra's issue. It ain't got shit to do with you. And then did you not just make up with this motherfucker? So what the fuck are you doing being loud and instigating some shit that didn't causing trouble at at an event for your cousin where your cousin does not need like this big old fight, blow up, yelling and screaming and all this shit. Like, and even Danielle was looking at her like, bitch, what are you doing? Like, it don't need to be all this.
That's Charmaine for you.
Charmaine she is such a damn goof. And like I said, she always trying to she never takes an opportunity not to shake her ass and wear shit to let us see that she don't want no damn draws. And it's like first of all you showing us your ass and you don't have no ass, so that's like what you doing. And then secondly, like you spend more time shaking your ass than you do having employment.
Pretty much.
So but yeah, Charmaine is she probably my least. Well, no, Van still hold that crown as my least liked person on the show. But Charmaine is a goddamn close second because she does way too much, way too often. Uh, so 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 we're gonna talk about Ryan potentially being a scumbag or not?
So Ryan don't deserve Rachel. And
No, he doesn't.
pretty pretty pissed that I went up for him earlier this season when they
We
got
both
back
did.
together. He is the trashiest of trashy.
Yeah. You
And
think that's why he always get loud and defensive because he projecting because he know he done fucked up so much?
Yep.
That's what I was thinking when I was watching it because he like it's one thing to like not want to be questioned about your business, but like he damn near was like cussing Cobra smooth the fuck out. Like, goddamn, Ryan, shit.
She just looking out.
Right. It's like my nigga, like if I'm Cobra, I don't want my boss in some old messy shit. But you know, Hit Dog's hollering. He hollered very, 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 very loudly. And it's like, oh, okay. All right, cool. So, all right then. And and that nigga couldn't take the stress of him being trash and then people talking about him being trash and then all the foolishness caused by Charmaine. That nigga that what went into a damn cardiac arrest or some shit, didn't he? Had to rush that nigga to the hospital.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah. We know he gonna be okay because we saw the previews for next week, but nigga, the shit finna hit the fan. Rachel finna turn the fuck up.
Yeah. I think so normally we talk about what we're looking forward to. I am looking forward to they calling it the summer finale. But yeah, So Cat come back and her and Ryan get into it. And I'm pretty much guessing Charmaine instigated it.
Of course, because who the fuck else?
About the shit that he said when people asked him, like, was anything going on with him and Charmaine? And he was like, nah, not really, type shit. And she gonna ask Rachel, can they talk?
She
And in
finna
the
come to her as a
preview,
woman.
yeah, she about to come to her as a woman. And in the preview, Kat is like, you really try to turn me into your side chick type shit. And so yeah, it's gonna get pretty interesting.
And by interesting, you mean very, very, very messy.
Yeah.
It's gonna be very, very messy. This nigga, we went up for this nigga Ryan in the beginning of the season. We went up for this nigga to asserting his authority. Niggas trying to take over his shop like it ain't his shop. We went up for this nigga, and this nigga out here trying to be a goddamn Kurt Frost. I am disgusted. Like,
I'm
man,
disgusted, but I'm not shocked.
yeah, yeah. What I told you in the beginning. Those militant light skinned niggas, you can't fully trust them. Militant light skinned niggas, you can't fully trust them. They might be good, but there's always a chance they'll go full scumbag.
Yep.
But that's it for Black in Chicago. But yeah, I'm looking forward to that. Damn, a summer finale already. Goddamn.
Yeah, that's what they calling it.
Damn. Shit. But okay. So we can go to Love and Hip Hop Hollywood, and then we'll get up out of here. So I am happy that Tiara is getting the help that she needs. I'm happy that she is confronting her demons. I'm happy that she was honest about her demons, and I am really, really grateful. And I hope that this is the first step to a speedy and great recovery. However long that she needs to recover and really get back on her feet. I'm glad that she's getting help. I was really proud of her, and I just like I said, I root for Tiara. I just want her to win. I just want her to win, and I think this is a good thing for her.
Same. Now let's get to the messy part. How the fuck? Like
that was
okay.
a PSC.
Listen. I understand what they were trying to do, but let me tell you why I feel like Moniece can go to hell. You, so you gonna have an intervention and invite your baby daddy that Tierra don't fuck with like that.
Yeah, I was like, what the fuck is Fizz doing here? We ain't seen this nigga. We ain't seen this nigga but one damn episode. You invite Fizz?
I was just a little slightly, little pinch, little taint confused about
The
little
consideration
Fizz.
of people.
All the people you can have there. These the mother girl. Listen, Moniece. The other part is
I was confused.
they should have been taking Moniece to somebody's rehab as well. But that's neither here nor there.
Yeah. That's true.
Moniece is another of those could spot everybody problems but her own type of people. And so I do understand how that can be frustrating.
Yeah. It's like both of them need help. You know what I mean? What Moniece and Tierra relationship remind me of? It reminded me of that episode in Insecure where Miley and Issa got to arguing and both of them were right about each other.
Yeah.
That's what it reminded me of, because it's like Moniece has issues and she need to be right along there with Tierra, but that also does not negate the fact that Tierra has issues and need help too.
Correct.
Right. So I'm confused. So because like Lil Fizz, I was like, what the fuck is he doing here? But then when Tierra asked Neil to leave, I was like, well, damn, are they not as close as I thought they was? I was confused by that one.
I don't think they are.
Okay.
And
I'm
which
saying
is why
obviously
I
they must be,
think,
but I was confused.
which is why, like, when I said, like, Moniece was moving crazy to be having, Nia all in her business and going to talk to ratchet, rancid ass Cisco, I was like, okay.
Okay, now, okay, yeah, okay, it makes sense now, because I was confused. So I'm like, I guess maybe the way they portrayed it or whatever, I thought they were closer
They
than
did portray it like they were much, much, much closer than they
yeah,
actually were.
yeah. Okay, so Tierra and Moniece are close, but not Tierra and Nia. But they did portray it like they were
They were
all on the
super
same.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, they
So
definitely
yeah, I
did.
get, and I was thinking about that too, because I was thinking like now it makes sense why even though Monique's heart was in the right place, how she went about it was shitty, and I won't contest that at all. But I am happy that Tierra finally is getting the help that she needs, and I feel like everybody in that room was genuine. You know, when Monique kind of broke down and was talking about her issues and shit, I felt like she wasn't bullshitting. Like I felt like everybody in there, and when the intervention person, was relaying her struggles to Tierra, like I felt that everybody was being genuine, and that's what really got to Tierra and made her open up and be honest about it and shit. So
Yeah.
I thought that was pretty. I thought that was dope, and I thought that was what she needed. She needed people to stop running around and not being honest with themselves and with her, and she just needed everybody to be vulnerable and allow her to be vulnerable and allow her to receive what she needed all along.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Yeah. But so speaking of messy shit.
Before we go there, can we please get Auntie Bridget Kelly off this goddamn show?
Yeah. They are trying
so hard to make Fetch happen with her, and Fetch is not gonna happen, babe.
Yeah, they trying to turn her into Nicki Minaj, and it don't work. It don't work. Like she is not pussy on your sideburns sexy. She is not. She is
a singer. She can sing.
yeah, yeah. That hello, she can sing. She is a auntie, two-stepping, good dress, good wig, singing ass, blow you away with her voice as auntie. She is not a Snapchat you that pussy on Instagram type of person. Like, no, that's not her. Like, and they trying so hard to make it happen, and it it is annoying to watch because it's it's like it's like how they're forcing Chanel West Coast on us. They're forcing Ratchet Bridget Kelly on us, and it don't work. Her name is fucking Bridget Kelly. Nothing about that is sexy or ratchet. Nothing about that.
So, like, it's bullshit because they like Ray J told her to change her goddamn name to something more sexy. Like, what other signs do you need that you should not be trying to be nobody's sex kitten right now?
Exactly. And this nigga wants you to have a whole ass new name and persona like you fucking like you turn like you a superhero and change clothes like you fucking Superwoman in the booth or some shit. Like no, like what you doing? No, stop it.
It's creepy.
It's creepy.
Bridget Kelly, it's creepy.
It's almost as forced as when Carly Red twerked. Almost.
It's very creepy, Bridget Kelly.
Very creepy. Just like let her be a singing ass auntie, not a popping pussy ass auntie. Like it don't work. Like when I say this comment, this is not about Bridget Kelly's shape. It is not about how she built because she, in my opinion, she's built fairly nice. She's a very attractive woman. When I'm making this comment, it's like trying to turn a Rubik's Cube into a circle. It don't work.
It's not working at all.
And her boyfriend is not that nigga started having flashbacks because she admitted to her and I forget the boyfriend's name.
I don't quite know his name, but she has cheated on him quite a bit.
Yes.
And he stayed with her like a real king. I'm just joking. I'm just joking. This is one of those things where people could some people can forgive cheating and move forward and some can't. And he can. But I do agree that the direction her career is going is very trash. And I also want to ask if Ray J know what's hot, why he ain't had all the hot songs?
Well, like if he know what's hot, then how come he ain't like A1 right now?
Nobody wants Ray J music.
Like go home and be a family man, Ray J. That's what you need to be doing.
That's what's best for you, buddy.
Right, like your Rays ain't Jayin'.
Yeah, his sperm count did go back up. It's up to normal now.
Yeah, it did. Like when in the middle of the session, Princess called that nigga because she was ovulating.
Like, how do you work with somebody that will drop what they doing business wise to go home and screw their wife and leave you to make a dumbass video?
Right. That's what her boyfriend said. She was like, "Do you know where he going right now? He going home to fuck his wife. Why you and left you here for the video shoot? Like, what? What? Why are we here again?" But yeah, Bridget Kelly line story doesn't really.
It's not appealing.
It's not appealing at all. It's very.
It's pretty mundane, and
it's a Monday. Her storyline is a Monday.
We could do without it, honestly.
Yeah. But getting to mess, so so everybody basically have a come to Jesus moment. It's like all of our problems stem from Masika, Zell, Moniece, Alexis, Lyrica, Mr. Ray, everybody's problems stem from the fact that Masika and Alexis got beef, and Masika scary as fuck and won't address it. So they have a damn come to Jesus moment in which Moniece apologized to Lyrica, Alexis apologized to Ray, but Zell was like, fuck it, I ain't apologizing for shit. I'm like, nigga, you so damn petty.
Yeah, Zell is very petty.
And then he was like, I ain't apologizing for shit. And then he tried to tackle him at the Come to Jesus moment or at the party. I can't remember.
This was at the party, if I'm not mistaken.
Okay, all right. But yeah, Zell is so damn petty. He was like, I love that all my girls are getting back together because my bitches is too cute to be fighting. But he was like, but I ain't forgiving everybody. I'm not forgiving that big old blowfish, Mr. Ray. I'm like, Zell, you so goddamn rude. Like, nigga.
Hey, they didn't call Mr. Ray every type of fat possible this season.
Nah, nigga, they have called him every fat insult under the sun. My God. And it's so lopsided. Like, the only thing that Ray can throw at Zell is that Zell is ghetto, and Zell like, I know, like you trying to play spades with somebody that don't give a fuck, dog. That shit don't work. We have seen that shit too many times. You can't do shit with somebody that don't have nothing to lose, or at least something that you can only hurt somebody with something derogatory more often than not if they let you. Like, if you call me, and you know what? Honestly, I don't see why Ray don't do the same thing. You know, whenever Zell throws some fat insults, I don't see why Ray don't be like, yeah, I know I'm fat, bitch, and like, I don't see why he don't do that.
Cause he insecure. So, I mean, one thing about Zell is he a regular kind of mean girl. He can hone in on your insecurities really quickly.
Yeah.
Really, really quickly. Yeah. He could pick up on them really quickly, like most mean girls can. So he knows that Mr. Ray is just really insecure about his weight and his looks.
Yeah, and he go for that every time. He go for the jugular every time.
Every time.
And every time he get Ray out of his own, and Ray be winning the fight. Every time. It never fails. So Zell is also the master of petty, because he found out what was it that Ray was throwing some kind of event. Zell decided he gonna have a party, and he gonna throw the party right next door to the event that Ray have. That prompts Ray and Moniece to come to the event, and then that's when they have the damn come to Jesus moment that, hey, all of our issues stem from Masika.
Yeah.
And then what happens next is Masika. Okay, I want to know. So what does Masika do other than avoid fights? Because she got a cosmetic line or whatever. Now she an artist and singing, which okay, girl, I didn't know. So like, what does the only concrete consistent thing we see Masika do is run away from fights. So what the fuck does she do?
So if you were to go back and watch season 1, the way Masika and Young Berg met up was he was trying to develop her as an artist. So, 2, she has a pretty decent voice, because even last season when she was working with that little mousy girl husband, Max and Brandy, they were making decent music. Just Brandy wasn't gonna let it happen. So that's kind of that.
Oh yeah, because that's the one that Moniece said that thing about her son, right? About
yes.
Son, right? Yeah. Yep. Okay. Yeah. So But yeah, okay, fair enough, fair enough. So they go to their event and and everybody rolled up in there. Alexis came in there, Zell came in there. I can't remember who else came. Was it Lyrical? Did Lyrical come with them, or was Lyrical already there?
I'm
Because
not
I know
sure.
Ray and Moniece were there.
Yeah, I don't remember. I would have to go back and watch, but
it was everybody. I know, and Nasal Lee was there. Where the fuck Nasal Lee come from?
that girl, she's still ugly. So I really don't have much to say about Hazel. She's more relevant, but thinks she's relevant. So yeah.
Yeah, she got delusions of grandeur. She the Jocelyn of Love and Hip Hop Hollywood. Think she bigger than she is, or think she is. You know how Jocelyn thought she was Atlanta. That's how Nasally is. She thinks she Hollywood when it's like, nah, you not. So everybody that has a common problem that stems from Masika shows up, and Masika. I want to know. Okay, so here's my thing. So Masika's whole thing is, I'm not making, in her words, hoes famous. Then how did you get famous?
Yeah, I don't know.
I mean, we pretty much kind of deducted that Alexis is mad because she, because is mad at Masika for pulling a Masika, even though from all intents and purposes it seemed like Alexis pulled a Masika herself. But it's like, the way you got famous was confronting motherfuckers. So how come motherfuckers can't do it for you?
Exactly.
How come like that ain't how this works. You can't get your rise by confronting motherfuckers and having all this mouth, but then when it's on you, then I don't want to give this bitch no airtime. Like, nigga, that motherfucker's gonna get airtime regardless. Like, same thing like how Nasal E thinks she is Hollywood. Like, you ain't loving hip hop Hollywood yourself. Like, nigga, motherfucker, we know who all these people are. Like, we know who Alexis is. So like, her shine is solidified. Like, we know we don't need your name attached to Alexis Sky to know who Alexis Sky is at this point. Like, we know who Alexis Sky is. So you not making her any more famous by having your name attached to it, and the drama is already there. So like, what you just say, you scared of this motherfucker, or you don't want to fight, and then leave it at that. Like, it's no deeper issue in that. You just don't want to fight this motherfucker. That's literally it.
Yeah. I mean, again, like, and Alexis said it too. She was like, I wouldn't want to have shit to say to Masika if she wasn't always on social media trying to be a bully and talk shit and talk crazy. Like, she was like, be quiet, then everybody would be good.
Exactly. Like, you can't throw stones and then hide your hands, but then want to act like you're above it all and you won't give bitches no shine. Well,
you're giving them plenty shine on social media, so give them shine on camera.
Right. She just don't want to see them hands. Like, that really is it. Like, she can try to spin it, and she can try to spin it any other way she want, but yeah, nah, you just, in this situation, you just don't want to see these hands, because even though the beef probably is kind of like that meme of Spider-Man pointing at himself, you don't want to address the elephant in the room that Alexis got a point about you. Like, that's it.
Yeah.
That is all it is.
So with that being said, two pieces of hilariously funny shit came strolling down the timeline this week. One, Zell and Alexis made a diss track aimed at Masika and taking some shots at Mr. Ray. And the shit is fucking hilarious. I posted it. I retweeted on the Ratchet Ramblers timeline. And by the time this air, I'll retweet it again so that you can listen to it. And
Yeah.
two, it is rumor. I don't know how true it is. I won't say that it is true until I start to see the pregnancy pictures popping up on Alexa Scott Instagram.
Right.
But supposedly she is currently pregnant by Fetty Wap. What makes you want to get pregnant by Fetty after he is no longer musically relevant?
Right. And by
And
all,
he has like 8,000 kids.
yeah, he has 8,000 kids, and from all accounts, from far as what I have gathered, he is a deadbeat dad.
Yeah. Yeah, it's been rumored that he is a deadbeat father.
Right. Allegedly, he's a deadbeat father. So what the fuck would make you? Why would you like? What do you like, Alexis, baby? What you doing? Like,
Being desperate.
if this is true, it kind of really does make your beef with Masika null and void. Honestly, I mean, she's still scary, but it's like y'all both in the same boat, sis. So like, what?
Well, no, I don't think so. Because the beef really started because Alexis was actually Fetty's girlfriend. Like he was claiming her and everything. They was showing up in pictures together, all of that. They were officially a couple. While he was on the road at some point in California, because remember, Alexis just moved out to California to be on Hollywood.
Oh yeah,
So I don't know where she's from, maybe Miami.
I thought it was Atlanta.
Oh, okay, Atlanta. Yeah. So while Fetty was on tour, Mystica started fucking him
Ah,
and ended up pregnant.
and she don't want to admit that shit.
Yeah, she don't want to own up to it. So that's Alexis beef for her. But again, you can only get but so mad at Masika because the burden of respecting your relationship falls on the two people in a relationship. But like Alexa said, all this internet thugging and chit chatting and talking shit, and now you don't want to give me no airtime. You don't want to get your ass whooped,
Yeah,
and
and
that's
like we
all that
said,
is.
the beef may be the if you know if what we speculate about Alexis and Lucci's baby mama, how they between that it may be the Spider-Man meme pointing at the Spider-Man meme, but still
Yeah,
is wrong.
yeah. I feel like at this point, Masika and Alexis were never friends, so
Yeah,
her having like super beef with Masika, I think most of it is stemming from her talking shit on the internet all the time.
yeah, yeah. Because isn't Masika's whole thing is like she like isn't the thing where like Masika is basically like calling her a thought and a side piece and all this shit, but it's like sis, technically, really, that's you.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah. So yeah. So yeah, I feel like yeah, in that case, then yeah, I feel like Alexa's beef with Masika is valid. You know, the thing with her and Lucia baby mama, like yeah, we suspect that yeah, they were friends and she got with that nigga. They knew each other. She got with that nigga when they were friends. But you know, we still have more on that story. But yeah, yeah, her shit with Masika is valid because yeah, because it's like you and Fetty you may have the baby by Fetty, but you were never together. He and Alexis were. So yeah, but yeah, not only is Masika's heels dirty, but she running them heels more than like she got damn Forrest Gump. So yeah. But yeah, like we will definitely share that video, the video of Zell and Alexis this towards Masika. We would definitely share that on the Ratchet Ramblings Twitter page. That shit was fucking hilarious. And Zell alluded to Masika having a sex tape, and from the image of the video, Jesus Christ. If it's true, Jesus Christ.
See?
I may have to renounce Masika. I have to renounce Masika as my problematic fave because this is just too damn much. Not her having a sex tape, but if alleged is true in the images in there, it's the images is allegedly her and some fat white man, and that is where I draw the goddamn line.
Yeah.
Like, if you gonna fuck somebody attractive, not some old decrepit fat white man. No.
Yeah, because it basically seems like she's escorting, which is nothing wrong with sex work, but admit to it. Stop trying to hide and lie about it like you just some grade A business mogul with all these little businesses, and you was out here fucking Johns off the street. Like it just the screen stills look really terrible. Which
Yeah.
those stills are in the little video clip for the diss track. So when you listen to it, make sure you look at the little video because they do show some stills of this alleged sex tape.
Yeah. And then not even so like the thing is it's not so much as like if she has a sex tape and like it's what she's trying to hold over Alexis's head that's really more or less my issue with it. You know what I mean? Like, don't try to put Alexis down like she's just, you know, the scum of the earth when you got stuff on. Like, both of you can be your own woman. You just don't have to put Alexis down when, like I said, like you have no say about how she moves and how she is, and calling her, you know, a thought and talking about her sexuality and clocking her pussy when your pussy been clocked. Like, let both of y'all pussies be pussies and y'all do what y'all do. You know, that's the only thing. And like, you was wrong because yeah, you fucked her man while they were together and got a baby. So yeah. Nah, don't try to hold some morality over Alexis Sky. Like, nah, you can't do that. So yeah, but I think that about wraps it up. Thank you all for tuning in with us. I know this is kind of a longer episode. We didn't expect to talk about football wise that long, but they finally delivered us some drama. Candace, you got any closing thoughts?
Yeah, just continue to listen. Thank you for all the support to those that listen and share. Thank you to the guests that we've had on, Rod, Lexi, Trilificent. Make sure you check out Rod's podcast, The Black Guy That Tips. Check out Gay Side Stories. Continue to listen to Crown and Collards. Go to cspn.us and listen to some of the other great podcasts. And follow the show Twitter. Because the more people that we get following us, the more we will interact. And we always live tweet our favorite Ratchet shows. So, yeah, that's all I got for now.
Yeah. And if it's some ratchet stuff that you would like me and Candace's opinion on, just let us know and we will check them out and give our thoughts and stuff. You know, it's not just limited to VH1 stuff. You know, we enjoy all forms of ratchet TV. We are ratchet connoisseurs over here at Ratchet Ramblings.
Yes, we are.
So yeah. But thank you all for listening, and we will talk to y'all next week.